Welcome back, everybody, to Crooked Gaming, where we are continuing our playthrough of The Long Dark on our Stalker difficulty. Just like the last video, we're back at the radio tower in Pleasant Valley. But a little bit different this time. We were actually able to get the radio tower up and running. Fixed all the pieces. Came back up here. Not that it does us a whole lot of good right now, because we don't have the radio receiver, which is fine. We'll get that a bit. We're working our way there. I would like to go and do that here very soon. But we're going to try and make it back home before dark. I believe we are still running with... yeah, we did not bring a sleeping bag. Otherwise, I wanted to go and check the for the moose again, but without a sleeping bag, it would be bad, because right now we're just a few hours away from dark. Oh, dang it. Dang darn foot and your dang darn ankle. Okay. That's taken care of. Probably my own fault for not paying attention where I was going. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the house. I don't think we have any gear to really drop off. Oh, I said I was going to sort the stuff I had before the next recording. Yeah, it's fine. There's still just a pile. Alright, we're going to look around. Look around. I don't see the bear. I still think we're good on the bear not spawning just yet in this area. We're going to take the rope down this time, since we've already sprained our ankle once. But, yeah. As long as there's no bear, we can hoof it back to the house pretty quickly and easily. And that did take a lot of energy to do. Alright, we got our flare gun cocked and loaded, just in case we see a bear. I'm not going to worry about you. I say that. I would like to save these kinds of things for the bear and for the moose. Things that are pretty dangerous to us. The wolves, we can deal with them. Yeah, so let's talk interloper for a moment, because I am still, at this point I would consider it practicing, because I've lost count. Originally I was doing as like, oh, you know, we'll name this one Interloper 1 and Interloper 2 and Interloper 3, but as I went, I've lost count. Between the times I've gotten spawned in Blackrock next to a Timberwolf pack, or spawned in Ash Canyon and I die to trying to get to the tactical backpack, which is very doable. I actually did manage to get it in one of my runs, and then I made a very stupid mistake of trying to billy goat down instead of taking the long way around, and I fell off the cliff and died. Yeah, that wasn't my finest moment. But I've been practicing a lot with Interloper. In fact, other than this run, the only other thing I've been playing is Interloper, and I've been playing that on my Steam Deck, kind of like, you know, when it's late and just kind of chilling in the living room or in bed. And, I guess I'm getting a little better at it. I can survive. I think the best run I've had so far has been 4 days, maybe. The thing that tends to get me are mistakes I make that I make, risks I take when I'm playing something lower than Interloper, like on Stalker or Journeyman. Journeyman? No. Yeah. Is that what the one with the owl? And you just can't take that kind of risk on Interloper because they're so much more impactful if you try and make that risk, that attempt on something like Interloper. So right now, and I've the other reason I'm kind of doing it is because I'm trying to learn where all of the like match spawns are, you know, like, because that's a huge thing in Interloper, is that you literally just like spawn with just some clothes on your back. And why is this in here? I don't know. That's not where I wanted it though. And really that's it. You have no way of making fire. You have no way of finding food. You get like the clothes on your back and then a did I have a storm? That's a storm lantern, but did I not have any fuel? I thought I had a jerry can somewhere. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Thought I had a jerry can. Let me just use the last little bit of this. And yeah, so like you get a can to cook some food, or to make water. Essentially, is really all it's really good for. You get a can, you get the clothes on your back, and that's pretty much it. You don't get any gear, any tools, anything like that, and you have to go. And if you know where like the permanent spawns are for things like let's make some herbal tea. If you know where the things are that like matches, very important, because that's the only way you're going to get a fire started, is if you are able to find matches, or if you luck out and find a flare. Now, some of my best runs have actually been when I start at Desolation Point. Depending on where I start, helps too.
Didn't that work?
Desolation Point has 2 spawns, one of which is right in front of the Hibernia, the whaling yard. The other one is on the other side of the map. And if you spawn on that one, you've got a pretty good shot at being able to hit, depending on the time of day. I've been able to hit the lighthouse, the Riken, and hit the Hibernia, which what that does is nice, because you can, when you get to the Riken, you get to, I'm sitting here trying to talk and cook at the same time. You get to the Riken, you can find the memento key, which the memento over in Hibernia, which is where that's at, has flares in it. So you instantly get, what, oh, these. You instantly get the ability to make fire. Now, I've also found several places where matches spawn in Hibernia, one of which is like on the computer desk next to the keyboard. And I've also found some other places where matches are they're not guaranteed to spawn, but I've lucked out and found them in those places. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, those are hot. Take. That's still boiling. Yeah, cooking level 3. All right, that's good deal. That's good stuff right there, because now we can make some of the pies. Let's do this. Banged up peaches, old mill flour. I think you need some oil, which is over here. We should be able to make some peach pies. those are hot, so they're not going to boil over. So let's cook some peach pies. Let's see. Or actually, should we make some rose-hip pies? The peach pies give more calories, so let's do that. Ooh, sorry, sneezed. Alright, those are cooking up. What can we cook in here? Anything? We can cook some more. Let's cook some more tea. So, yeah, I'm trying to get a little better at knowing where the spawns for stuff are in Interloper so that I can have a fighting chance on that. Oh my gosh. It is definitely the changing of the seasons where I'm at. I can my allergies are kicking in so bad. Unfortunately, both myself and my son, we suffer from pretty bad seasonal allergies. So when the seasons start to change, they go nuts. So if I sound a little nasally, or I sniffle, or I go quiet, it's probably because I'm blowing my nose or sneezing or something. Oh, I need to take those. Okay, I think I can make one more of these, and then I don't think I've. Oh, I did prep some. Okay, cool. Let's prep some acorns. Acorns. Whatever catches your fancy. Got an hour left. Those are good. Let's see.
I'm so tired.
Drop. I know, dude. I'm gonna get you squared. Promise. So, let's talk next steps. We've got a good solid base here set up. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with having this spot here. I think what we're gonna want to do is pick that up, and so if you're not familiar with what I'm doing right now, if you drop your teas next to a burning fire, they'll start warming up, just like these right here. When you first drop them, it'll be kind of like you're cooking them again, right? And it'll say this, 3 minutes until ready. And, or rather, it'll say something like 3 minutes or however long until cooked. When that timer is done, they'll start to burn as if they were cooking. So what you need to do is you need to hover over it, pick it up, and just put it back down. And then all they're doing now is just staying warm. They're not cooking anymore. Right, those are still cooking. That's not cooking. These are done. Cook. How are we doing on water? We're okay on water. Why don't we cook some more acorns, and we'll do 2 liters of water, which we're going to need to add some more wood for, which is okay. Let's just dump these because we need those. Those will be ready in about 15 minutes. So next steps. What are we doing? Where are we going? I think what I would like to do is hit the last of my favorite spots to hit when I'm in Pleasant Valley, and that's the crashed plane. There are several things to look for when we're up there. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. 43 minutes until it's melted. But we may need to put some more fuel on. I don't know if that water's going to be finished in time. And fuel. These are almost done. These are done. Okay, now we got some peach pies. What else can we make? We could make some rosehip pies. Or we could make some bannock. Why don't we... Actually, why can I not make rosehip tea right now? Do they have to be prepped? Oh, I bet they have to be prepped. Oh, I could have been prepping mushrooms. I could have been prepping reishi tea. That's fine. We're not super in need of that right now. Alright, let's let this water finish up. Oh, that's gonna take another hour.
Kind of thirsty.
That's fine. Well, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and 15 minutes, 30 minutes, do that. The plane crash has a lot of good stuff in it. There's lots of different things we can find there. And there's several different spots to loot. There's the possibility of a couple of different prepper caches along the way. There's yeah, there's some good stuff. There's another possibility of a rifle along the way. And then when we get up there, there's food, and there's places we can stay. So that's not. I think that's what I want. I think that's what we ought to do next. Is head there. Take the reishi tea. All right, we're gonna let all this finish. Not. Oh, we've got ourselves an Aurora. Alright, last couple minutes. We'll take some... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Take some torches, because we always need torches. And then we're going to drink one of these so that we get a nice night's sleep. And then, where is my thermos? Oh, that's full of coffee. Huh. Did not know that. Okay. That's fine. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. These are warming. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and get some sleep. No, we're not. Hold on. No, not those. We're gonna eat the crackers before bed. Good calories. Alright. Let's get some shut-eye. And there. So yeah, let's do that. There's some... We can get some birch barks. We can get cattails, rose hips. We can get some loot spots. Maybe a prepper's cache, but I doubt it. Although I didn't find it anywhere else, so... I think it's a good option. Let's see if we can get fully rested before we head out. And there's not a lot of... there shouldn't be a lot of opposition. A lot of danger along the way. But, just to be on the safe side, we are going to take this. Oh, it's nasty outside. It's just a shaking. Moving and a grooving. I don't really want to read that. Can't remember if I finished all of these books or not. This is a bad thing about... No, I haven't. Alright, let's do 2 hours of this to try and get us there. Get us to clearer weather. Alright, that sounds good. We've got water, we've got food. What are we looking like on... We're kind of heavy. Yeah, we're kind of heavy. We can always pick up more of those along the way. And it's not from the water. It's from the T's. Well, kind of. Drop, 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 drop. Alright. Alright, let's do this. We're going to go out. This will be our prep to get going. Going to eat a piece of meat. We're going to eat a rosehip pie. Alright, rosehip pies. Let's talk about this for a second. Or not rosehip pies, the peach pies. So, I guess I kind of get it, right? You make, you're making these pies that have a lot of calories in them. They have, there's a wolf. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here to the river, and I'm going to walk the river down. You're making these pies, right? And yeah, I get it. They've got these canned peaches in them, which, if you know anything about canned food, they're either loaded with one of two preservatives, either salt or sugar. And for canned peaches, obviously, you don't want salted peaches. I don't know that salted peaches would be all that great. But canned fruits are usually loaded with sugar. And, you know, sugar's, you know, it can sugar rush and mess with your blood sugar and all kinds of stuff like that. So I guess I kind of get it. But at the same time, if you eat the can of peaches, it doesn't give you a headache, right? Why would reducing it down, the peaches themselves, why would reducing those down to cook into pies all of a sudden give you a headache? I don't understand that. If somebody can explain that to me in the comments, that'd be great. Because I don't understand it. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I just would like to understand a little bit more of the reasoning behind it. Same with the rosehip teas. Or, yeah, the rosehips. Every single thing, like the rosehip tea doesn't give you a headache. And, you know, you can't eat the raw rosehips. Although you can eat raw rosehips. It's, you know, they're pretty, they can be kind of bitter, but they got tons of vitamin C in them. But I don't get, because when you're cooking them, the ingredients are flour, water, oil for frying them, and the, whatever the filling is, whether it be the meat or the rose hips or the peaches, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand, man. All right, this is some pretty blue ice right here. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've always felt that when you're wandering across the ice, the bluer the ice is, the more dangerous it is to walk across, which I guess makes sense in a way, because blue ice would be thinner ice because the water underneath is, you know, blue. And if it's white, it's thicker. So in my head, that makes sense. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. All right, we got a wolf. We could potentially scare him off if he comes at us with this. So let's... And I'm picking these cattails because cattails, as I've said before, I need to... A lot of the things that I'm doing during these games... Oh, there we go. I knew there was some birch bark around here somewhere. Are kind of also in a way to help me get more used to doing things in other difficulties that I normally wouldn't do, like stopping and picking up every single cattail that I can find, because cattails in Interloper are lifesavers. You get so much. They're cat. If you get like 20 cattails, right, you can essentially. Oh, we need to actually go up this way. Oh, you bitch. We're just going to walk the dog for a little bit. Cattails in Interloper are lifesavers. Like, that's kind of one of the only ways to survive in Interloper, is making sure you have, like, like a stack of cattails on you at all times, because when you're running around and food is scarce and you need something to eat, cattails are there to the rescue. That is one way you can keep your well-fed bonus. And also, cattails have tons of vitamin C in them. So, well, I say tons. They have enough in them to keep off the scurvy. Not there. There. Well, these are pretty sad torches. They're not going to last us very far. Honestly, I really just needed it for the torches, just for, honestly, getting that to that point. Because that is, other than up here on Skeeter's Ridge, there are, this is the only 2 spots that we could run into wolves. So, and we are going to run into a lot of crows here soon. Because this plane crash is pretty gnarly. It for those who are sensitive to dead bodies, you know, I haven't put any disclaimers up till now because usually it's just been a passing glance. It's like, hey dude, what you got? Nothing. Okay, gone. The crash site has a lot of dead bodies, so they did not pull any punches when they put in a crashed plane into this game. Alright, so this cave right here actually has a place for us to lay down in it if we needed to, even though I brought the bedroll. I wanted to have it just to be on the safe side, but in case we go a little further than that. But yeah, you can huddle up in here if we need to, if things were to get tight. Alright, that's the plane. I need to... There's a deer. Okay, I know where I'm at. We actually need to go back down a little ways because we passed the turn to... Oh, torch went out. Crap. We passed the turn to go to Skeeter's Ridge, which is actually right here. You take this, and this is where Skeeter's Ridge is. And then the plane crashes right on the side, other side of those rocks. But we've got some burned down buildings. And there could be a wolf up here. I don't see one. But there's a basement right here that we need to go and check out. There's some more rose hips. Alright. We don't have much lantern fuel, but we got enough to check this place out real good. I already see a book. Oh, and look, there's some more lantern fuel. Wonderful.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I bet it is. We're carrying a lot of junk. Alright. I don't think we need those tools. Don't need those. Pry bar. Don't really need those. More lantern fuel. Sports socks. No gun. I've never seen the rifle spawn in here, so I don't know where it would spawn. But I don't see it, so I'm guessing it's not here. Let's take care of this real quick, because we're about to lose it. Actions, refuel. Also, you should probably never refuel a lantern that is lit. Check the fridge. Maybe there's some meat or something in here we can scarf down for a quick snack.
Hungry later.
Ugh, that has bad idea. Oh, it's raw, so we're gonna leave that. I don't want to take that with me. Check the dryer and the washer for some clothing. Take that just for the cloth. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything. Got another researchable book. I don't really want to take that firewood with me. Okay. We'll go up here and
I might have to drop some
take
gear.
a look around, see what we can find. But that's pretty much all there is to Skeeter's Ridge. It's just that basement. I'll take these rose hips. Like I said, I need to get in the habit of picking up the rose hips and the tea and the reshies and all that good stuff when I come across it. Alright. Heading back to the plane crash, which really doesn't do a whole lot for us because it's just not. I mean, we're gonna be able to find a bunch of clothing and some food, but other than that, we don't really need it. Oh, what was that? Okay, sorry about that. It was probably instantaneous. I'm trying to make these segues more instantaneous so it doesn't look like I'm dipping, but had a phone call. Had to call back real quick. Plane crash, yeah. Plane crash, we're really not going to get a whole lot out of the plane crash. I mean, maybe we could find some better clothing, but we've got some really good clothing right now. So it really is not going to be much, but I know there is also the possibility of a a flare gun and some shells, so we could potentially get some more flare gun shells, which until we find something better or our bow is finished, our flare gun is really our only means of defense against bigger things like bears and moose. So yeah, here's the plane crash. It's a big plane. It was a big plane, and it went down. And unfortunately, there are people. Let's see. We'll just start. Whoa, what was that? We'll just start looting. And I like these little details. Ooh, combat pants. Combat pants are actually better. The combat pants are nice because you can they have a pretty good warmth bonus, and they've got some pretty good defense. Painkillers don't necessarily need those, but we'll take them. The one of the best things about the plane crash and all of the bodies is all of the crows and all of the feathers. Like you need stuff for making arrows. This is where you want to go right here. Yeah, lots of feathers. We'll have plenty of feathers. However, what we are going to be short on is arrowheads. I don't think I've gathered too many of them. Haven't found a whole lot of them. But we do have 4 arrows that are useful to us. And the good thing about arrows is that as long as you can retrieve them, if they break, you can break them back down. You can harvest them and get the arrowheads and the feathers back. So you could potentially make a whole bunch of arrows and really never lose much. You can check these, which I don't think I've ever found anything inside of these. Back here. Oh, here we go. Frozen dinners, airline food, vegetable.
I can always use more
one
food.
would think that if you pick these up, one of the things you're going to want to do is heat them up. But you don't have to heat them up. Frozen solid food trays. I mean, seems kind of out there for me. But I mean, could you imagine, like, let's say they added the ability to place the food trays on the stoves. Like an actual meal would be like a legitimate meal, like that vegetable one had like broccoli and stuff in it. Like that could be huge. Like you could get all kinds of cool bonuses, like really cool bonuses from heated up food trays. And this is really the only place you can get them other than Summit. It's the only 2 places I have found them. And it's because they're both in areas where there are plane crashes. So, because what's in Summit is a massive plane crash. Actually, I guess technically it would be smaller than this because there's no tail section, or there's no front section, but it covers a much bigger distance because it's spread out over Timber Mountain.
This stuff will come in handy.
let's see. Yeah, see, we're finding a lot of clothes. A lot of clothes we don't really need, but we will get some cloth out of a good bit of this. And really, there's not too much more. It would be cool. Oh, I didn't know you could open that. Interesting. Huh. One thing that I think would be kind of neat is like the possibility of finding like a air marshal on the plane, right? Because air marshals are like they're one of the only people who can carry firearms onto a plane. So, you know, it could be cool to find, hey, like, oh look, there's an air marshal. And you find a gun up here. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and check these, but I've never found anything useful inside of these things. So, sorry for the few minutes of boring opening and closings, but I'm of the opinion that if I don't check, there will be something in them, and if I do check, there will never be anything in them. So, it's a bit of a conundrum. Did I get this one? I did. Yeah, nothing. Not surprised. Alright, let's see. Let's see. We're getting a little late. What we may do is we may go back down to that cave and spend the night down there. But while we're here, why don't we take a look? We got 2 wool sweaters. We got super amazing coats. Decent work pants. The combat pants are better. Decent wool socks, climbing socks. We have not found any other climbing socks, and we haven't found any other yet. So almost all of the stuff that we've picked up, clothing-wise, from this place is going to be turned into cloth. So nothing there. All right. So that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot left, and
This gear's starting
I'll
to slow me
take
down.
the food. How bad are we? Can we still run? No. Dang it. Whatever. I didn't see the prepper cache, but I also didn't look exactly where I needed to. So why don't I go back and we'll go back down here to the cave. Maybe drop off these airline foods. Oh, okay, there he is. And we'll drop off the airline food. And, oh wow, look at these maples here. Did not see these. Did I bring the hacksaw? I got my. It's funny. I spent like 2 episodes looking for maples and couldn't find any, and now I've got like 6 of them. Oh, never fails, never fails. I could harvest this deer, but there's really not much on there except for we'll take the hide. The hide is worth something to us because we could make some deerskin boots with it. Here is our cave. This is what we'll call home for the night. Pick up these rose hips. Is this 2 bushes? It is 2 bushes. Nice. And even though there's a bed over here, I'm not actually going to do that bed. I'm actually going to put it a little further back so that we get the... so that we get the inside bonus. All right. There we go. Put that down. That'll drop some weight. All right. Let's drop some of this stuff that we're carrying that is getting us way too heavy. Drop. All these clothes that we're not using. You know what? Why don't we do this? I'm trying to be more efficient. Why don't we just go ahead and set up our camp? Dude, don't use the birch bark. Let's just go ahead and get camp started. We'll get some stuff cooking for food, and then we can break down some of this stuff into cloth. That way we are not carrying as much. So, all right,
that's done.
Throw a log on the fire. Throw some sticks. Let's see. Do some soup. Oh man, I miss a can opener and interloper. I know that you're like you don't bash the cans open. Don't if you bash the cans open, then you lose tons of good stuff. But all right, we're just gonna set these right here so that they are warming. Need to hold off on that. Might as well get some water going just to replenish ourselves. All right, that's hot. That'll warm up. All right, let's see about harvesting some of this. All right, that's hot. That's hot. That'll stay going. That's still boiling. We don't need these. I don't know if I brought a sewing kit with me or not to fix those combat pants. Just go ahead and drink that. Not all the way, though. That's hot. That's hot. We got 30 minutes on that. Let's see. That'll take 20, so we'll go ahead and break that down. Getting tired, Will? Alright. Got 15 more minutes. Let's see. Break down some sports socks, because those won't take long. And then the fire will be just about done. We'll go ahead and eat this soup. Soup for you. And drink our tea. So now we've got the warmth. We've got the... we've got the warmth. We've got the sleeping bonus. I did bring a sewing kit. Let's see how well we can do with fixing those. Okay, not bad. 83%. And those give you a nice 1.7, but they've got a 7% defense bonus, which is fantastic. The combat stuff is what you want for protection. However, it's not very good on movability. You're going to be, like, kind of slow. Tell you what. We got time.
I can barely walk with this much
You're
gear.
fine. We're not far. We're not very far at all from... We're just around the corner from Skeeter's. We'll go and check and see if the Prepper's cache is there, which I don't think it is. I didn't see it when I came through, and so I don't think it is. But we can sleep in the basement. We can put and then we won't have to worry about a fire. kind of got a weird, I don't know, orangey glow to the sky now because of it being dusk. Coffee. Coffee at noon. I'm one of those people who would drink coffee all day long. I love coffee. Coffee's great. Coffee is a very lovely beverage. You get, oh, what am I stuck on? It's nice, especially when it's warm. I'll drink cold coffee too. I like some of my favorite foods are like, you know, more. I believe the Prepper's Cache is down in this little gully right here, which it is not here. So we are going to just mosey right along back over to the basement and just climb into the basement and climb into our sleeping bag down here. Yeah, coffee. Coffee's great. I love coffee. I used to only drink coffee when it was like in the wintertime, but I
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Loved the wonderful, warming feeling of a nice cup of coffee. All right. I'm going to lay like right. Cha. And let's see. Wool long johns and thermal underwear. So we don't need those other thermal underwear. Harvest those up. And the cool thing is that you can actually keep doing things that would require just your hands. So I can sit here and I can just rip up clothing, and even in the dark. It's not that, like, I'll just keep burning away my exhaustion. I'll keep getting that lower and lower. I'm actually going to save this wool sweater here and leave it at Pleasant Valley because, like I've said in the past, having a cache of good clothes in case you ever need it is not a bad idea. Pleasant Valley is also not a bad place to put it because it is kind of centralized to the maps of the Long Dark. So it's you're not going to be very far from being able to get to a decent set of clothing. Now, granted, if you're somewhere like in the contamination zone or way the hell up in Ash Canyon or in Black Rock, it's going to be it's going to be a trip to get there for sure. But it's still, you know, it'll be there if you need it, which is a good it's a comforting thing to have, in my opinion. All right, harvest that up. All right, that's dropped us a little bit. The thing is that even though we're harvesting these things, we're still creating cloth, so it's like, you know, matter can't be just dissipated. We're going to eat this one because it's 20%. I can get the calories from it, and if I get food poisoning from it, I can just sleep it off.
My stomach.
Yep, there it is.
Hurts.
Let's see. We're going to... was Reshi the one for... Yeah, it is. We'll drink that. So that'll help, and then we will get some shut-eye. We're just going to try and get 10 hours. That'll get us all the way back up. And then we'll see where we're going to go from there. Okay, so here's the unfortunate side effect of trying to make sure that I'm making these as seamless as possible, and that is that you guys just lost about 10 minutes, depending on how long my recording has been paused, of just absolute shenanigans, and that makes me very sad because there was a really funny part about we came back outside of the we came back outside after morning, and there was a dude.
Can't feel my
There
feet.
was a new body laying on the ground outside of the basement that we had gone to lay in. And I don't even know how far behind. I don't even remember where I paused it. Okay, well, I'm not sure. There's the hunter's blind. We're gonna go over here and check it just to see, but I don't think that there's ever anything in it. So I can't remember how far back I paused it, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a recap from wherever I think I paused it at. We are headed towards the exit of Pleasant Valley. I made the decision that since we're here and we're so well equipped right now, we're gonna go ahead and head for Timberwolf Mountain and get our third base set up there. And I like to set up the Mountaineer's Hut as one of my third bases. Just because that will allow us to utilize everything in Timberwolf Mountain as well as Ash Canyon. And we're trying to make our way there to Ash Canyon so that we can get the tactical backpack. Oh god, that makes me sick. It was so good, man. I came outside. There was a guy on the ground that
So cold.
I kept going on and on about there's no way there was a guy on the ground before we went inside the basement. I know there wasn't a guy. I tried to do CPR on him. He was so close to being home and being somewhere where there was a person with food and warmth, and oh, probably one of my funnier bits, and I've blown it. I blew it. Soiled it. All right. So here's our rope to Timberwolf Mountain. We've got plenty of energy to get up there. We're also going to check and see if there's a prepper's cache up here as well. I have seen the prepper's cache up here before, and but we've checked so many places now that we're starting to run out of places where it could be. So I'm hoping that this is where. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. All right, we got to get around this tree. Stupid trees in the way. All right, so I think this one has a possibility of just being like just an abandoned prepper's cache, and there may be some goodies inside. We'll see.
Too heavy.
I know, but it's more likely that it's going to be just empty. Oh, okay, cool. So it's not empty. There's a hacksaw. There's a storm lantern. Oh, no. No, nothing in there. No. Book. I think this one has a possibility of spawning a gun, but I think since the hacksaw was here, we're not gonna be in luck. We're not carrying metal right now. I don't think we're gonna be in luck for a gun in this one since we got the hacksaw.
Hope I can still eat
A
this.
lot of chips. A lot of cloth. No. Nothing. Kind of a good thing we found another hacksaw. If we decide to make our way up to Summit, which I really would like to do Summit after I've gotten the tactical backpack, but if we decide that the risk of going up there and finding something that we may need, like a rifle, which there could very well be a rifle up there on Summit, is worth the risk of us going up there before we get the tactical backpack, then having two hacksaws to cut through all of those luggage containers is not a bad thing to have whatsoever. Yeah, I don't see a gun in here. I don't even know where it would be if it was gonna be in here.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
I mean, yeah, we're probably gonna eat it anyways, even if it's not. But we're gonna keep on going. And the rope up is not a terribly long rope. There can be a skillet or some coffee. Ooh, some bullets. For a revolver we don't have anymore. So sad about my revolver. All those cleaning kits and my stupidity killed that. Alright. Here we go. Up. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, that's right. Okay. So, since we got the prepper's cache here, we are going to have to drop some stuff. We're just going to have to. We're going to make a little mini base here and drop some equipment. And I did drop some stuff in Skeeter's ridge where we were. I could actually hold on. I'm going to extinguish this. I'm going to disassemble this right here so that we can get the lantern fuel out of it. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and drop that. Drop that.
Too much stuff to carry.
I know, man. I'm working on it. I'm going to drop that knife. And I'm just dropping little things here. I'm going to drop that. Drop. We've got far too much food to be carrying around those. I would like to take this with me to the Mountaineer's hut. We're not really carrying any. We'll come back for this. What else? Man. Alright. We're going to have to resort to that. Alright. Hold on. Let's just go ahead and top off. Alright. That gets us there. But we need to get over to the rope before we lose any more. Oh, I know what I can do. Let's go ahead and... Oh, right, I'm not thirsty. That's fine. Alright, we get over to the rope, we can climb it. It's not a long rope. But with all that weight on us, we just can't. You can't make that climb. Our goal this time, I guess, is going to be to get us to Mountaineer's hut. And I don't know, with having done that, forgotten that I had paused the recording. I don't know what the time's going to be on this one. Technically my recording, I think that timer pauses when I hit the pause button on the recording. So technically I think we're at an hour of recording, but we're going to go a little over so we can get to Mountaineer's hut. Dang it. That makes me sad. Sad that I had such a funny moment and lost it. Completely lost it. It's been a long morning already. While we're just kind of... Oh, wind's picking up. While we're just kind of waddling along, I just want to do a quick shout out to all of my friends and families who have been watching my videos, and all the people who aren't my friends and family who have been watching my videos and giving me some feedback. And like I said, I said before, I'm not really doing this as any kind of source of trying to get anywhere on YouTube or anything like that. I'm doing this purely for my own enjoyment, which I am enjoying it, though I do feel like I need to diversify a little bit. So far, I've just got a playlist of just me playing this Stalker run, and I feel like I feel like I want to do a couple other games and get some more playlists up there just for some diversity. If you know, spread my wings a little bit, get a get a wider group of people watching some videos, commenting, and giving me, you know, enjoying the content and getting involved, because that would be kind of cool. But yeah, if you we're not at the end of the video just yet, but if you've watched these videos and you've gotten this far, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank you very, very much. It means the world to me that someone out there is actually enjoying this. There's our goal up there, the summit. You can see it right there, the tail section of the plane that we're headed for. Like I said, I haven't decided yet whether or not we're going to. Coming here now was very much a spur of the moment thing, and the thing about it is when you enter an area, a region for the first time, that's when the decay rate starts on the stuff within the region. All the stuff laying on the ground, all the stuff within the containers, in the houses and environments and stuff. That's when the decay rate starts ticking. So since we've now entered Timberwolf Mountain, everything up there in the tail section is going to start decaying. So, and there's a lot of stuff up there. Even on Stalker, on Interloper, that's the least amount of stuff. Maybe even Misery probably has even less stuff, because Misery is just miserable. Haha, go figure. But even on Stalker, there's still a good chunk of equipment and gear up there to utilize. So getting to it now is a little bit more of a priority, just because if we don't, we'll lose the opportunity to get it. If we waited too long. I mean, we're talking about, you know, a long stretch of time before it would actually decay to the point where it's ruined and disappear inside of the container, because things that reach 0% and are inside of a container, they disappear. That's how you clean stuff up a little bit, but that's also one of the reasons why you don't put food
making my head feel
inside of containers, because if they reach 0%, they just vanish. Oh, look at that. Oh, we need to be very, very, very careful. That is another moose marking. Or wait. Yeah, we had a moose mark. Yeah. We had a moose marking in Pleasant Valley. That is a moose marking here in Mountain Town, Timberwolf Mountain, which means there's a very good chance of a moose being up here. But the good thing is that we have made it to Mountaineer's Hut, so not a big deal. We'll get inside here, see what this has to offer us. And yeah, we are in a good location to find us some moose. Alright, Mountaineer's Hut. We got a flare, another whetstone, a climber's journal. Sorry I didn't open that up. Another hacksaw. Scrawled message. Wow, that's a lot of firewood. That's the entrance to Ash Canyon. What is this? What do we got here? Ski jacket, sewing kit, book, an arrow, shells, more matches. Wow. Oh, there's another storm lantern. We're not going to pick that up. We're just going to put that right there.
Wonder if the owner's around.
Probably not, my man. I think we're all alone. Bandage, another book. Check the floor. No. Yeah, we'll take that. All right, that's not bad. That is some good stuff from the Mountaineer's Hut. All right, we'll take it. So cool. All right, we've got a good spot now right here in the Mountaineer's Hut. We'll I'll think about what it is that I want to. Thing about it is that now that we're here in Timberwolf Mountain and we've got enough gear to kind of keep ourselves going here, if we were to go ahead and take down a moose while we're here, we would be able to get that moose hide going, go on over to Ash Canyon, snag the tactical backpack, come back. It probably the moose hide takes 10 days to dry out. It will not take us 10 days to get to Ash Canyon and get to the tactical backpack and back. Maybe 5 or 6, unless things go completely south. And then by that point, we get back here. We've got all of the carrying upgrades. We can go up to Summit, bring so much stuff down that would be worth it. And I feel like that's the route we need to take. But the first thing that we have to do in all of that is we got to get ourselves a moose. And the only thing we've got to take down a moose is a flare gun. So, next episode, if we go after a moose, might be the last episode. But if it is, this has been a fun journey. I have enjoyed this very, very much. As I said before, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really means the world to me. If you wouldn't mind, please leave a like, a subscribe, comment, and we will see you guys next time.